Hey, this is Chris Parsons from the Last Click, another episode here from CommerceNext. Pumped, actually, to have a friend of mine here. We go way back to Palm Springs.
Yeah,
Palm Springs.
detail costs ring.
And happen to be at another conference together. The industry is big, but it's also very small. And once you connect with some great people, you tend to make sure you connect at each of these events. Paul, I would love for you to tell the audience about yourself, and then we'll get into more about the organization you work with.
Cool. So about myself, well, professionally, probably what you
Personally
know.
and
Personally,
professionally, yeah.
personally,
Do you like long walks at the beach?
if I'm on the beach with you and you want to walk for a long, then I would do that for you. Have a couple kids, live in Toronto, big UJ, and then career-wise, I've been in the loyalty and customer engagement space now for 16 years, working for Exchange Solutions. Yeah.
And when you talk about loyalty, you talk about it in the true sense of customer loyalty and creating that loyalty where a lot of people wrap around a points program and call it loyalty. Let's dive into what Exchange Solutions offers from a loyalty perspective, and then we'll get into the project you're working on.
Yeah. So from a loyalty perspective, we have, I mean, best in class gets thrown around quite a bit, but I'm going to argue that ours is top notch enterprise loyalty program platform. Sorry, we work with some amazing clients up in Canada. We've got Suncor, Petro Points, which is a huge program. We supported the Esso Extra Points program for many, many years with Imperial Oil, and we still do work with them. Some of the work that they're doing with the CPC Optimum. Yeah, look, loyalty it's not just about burn of points. It's about relevancy. It's about, people throw around the word personalization, so it can mean so many different things. But where I think we really shine is, first of all, we have an incredible platform from a business user standpoint. I think that's definitely a differentiator versus others. So the usability, the business user that goes in, we think about some of the AI tooling that we're doing. A lot of it has to do with, the business user who wants to go in, who is swaths of data. Like, think about all of the data that a loyalty program ingests, all the different integration points and connections, all the data that sits in the loyalty hub. It's used to require an army of analysts to be able to sort of pull data, put that data to work, and it's just impossible to respond at the speed of retail.
Yeah.
When the insights come out weeks after you've run a campaign, today it's real time. So I think we're masterful at how we leverage data, how we give the business user the loyalty marketer the tooling that they need to be able to go in, pull insights, draw insights on their own, create campaigns, create offers, do them at segmented and one-to-one levels so that, the individual in the program, you're actually, whatever you're doing, the offers that you're making, they're highly, highly relevant. And again, it's not just about spend X, get these points, earn these points. Like, that loyalty drives that quick.
Yeah, it's the insights that are key in mining the data, like you mentioned, when you have so much of customer personas information coming in and trying to understand the frequency of purchase, the price range, where they're located, the seasonality of their demographics that they're in. All of those things combined to creating the right loyalty message is critical. And then being able to not just get insights after a campaign, but the timely manner of it so you can pivot and adjust.
Yeah, that's where I say we totally shine. And then I think loyalty now is about, it's about partnerships. It's about, like, we've got a great partner ecosystem from folks further upstream that help with the design of programs that are vertical experts to, maybe a gamification partner. We don't have to build everything, but we need to connect with the right partners who can provide the right experience, is like the right tool for the job. So depending on the vertical that we're working with, depending on the retailer, we're bringing the best of the best to them. And it's not one size fits all. It can't be.
Yeah, you're having some great conversations with good leaders in the industry. What are they saying to you about the evolution of AI, which is again, I think there's a whole track going on upstairs about AI this afternoon. So
Yeah.
it's definitely the buzzword.
Right. So look, my experience from running the conference circuit with you in part is everything is AI, everything is agentic commerce, everything is what feels like sort of like hypothetical. It's like, here is the promise of something to come, right? What we're doing, and I know we'll get to that, is but we're coming with kind of receipts. We're coming with in-market results and validation. This isn't about like overhauling everything to accommodate for all sorts of agent layers that start to make that, I think, customer experience feel whole.
Yeah.
So what I heard upstairs here today, a lot of is, it's arming sort of, really it's retail arming their employees, at least in the beginning, with some much sort of information, AI tooling to help them service the customer.
Right.
It's that maybe it's the first layer of customer service where you're dealing with,
You
an
frequently
AI
asked
agent.
questions type thing.
Right. But there comes a point where you have to pass off somebody seamlessly. It's human. Nobody wants to get stuck in the agentic loop, like continually saying no to have I solved your problem?
Yeah. Has this been helpful?
Right. So I think we're all still trying to figure it out. Retail is absolutely trying to figure it out. But it's like sifting between the hypothetical and noise to the actual practical things that we can use today,
Yeah.
and then building on top.
Very good. And then you're doing some great stuff on the e-commerce side.
Yeah.
And that was what really excited me a couple of months ago after you showed me a demo. And I think I've told about 100 people about it already, because I just, so many times with a website, you think that you have to race to the bottom on price to attract a customer and get everybody to convert. But everyone's at a different income level. Everyone's at a different sense of urgency. And what you showed me is almost as one-to-one as it can get.
Yeah. So, and it's funny, I was just having lunch and where you sit down with people that you don't know here and you strike up conversation. And I was explaining, it's called ES Engage. So it's our offer agent. I was explaining to her what it does. And she said, "Oh my God, I didn't even know that this existed." And so I don't know, either we're the best kept secret that I want more people to know about. We've got amazing clients who are using it, but what it is, I mean, think about all the different layers of personalization on a website. It's all amazing when we know something about you when you show up to the site.
Right.
So a lot of tools today are identity based. They need something that they can cling to be able to provide personalized experience. So where we're focusing primarily is, the 90% plus of traffic that arrives at a website that typically has come from paid social. It's expensive traffic. Stakes to convert it are high, but not so high that we should be throwing 20 and 25 and 30% mass offers out at folks. Just throwing money to try to drive conversion is the easiest way to do it. Not all brands can do it. And it becomes that sort of race to the bottom. And it's just like converting for the sake of driving low profit, top line, dilute margin. So where we come in is, I don't know that Chris shows up to the footlocker.com website. It's a plug for our client.
Oh, Foot Locker.
That's right. So I don't know that it's Chris who showed up to the site, but I know that, this individual has showed up, and we're doing this across every session that shows up on Foot Locker's website. And we start ingesting in-session data, JavaScript tag. So we're not like heavy integrated JavaScript tag. It's meant to be light, implement easy. And we start ingesting data using that tag to understand what your intent to purchase is. What do we think your probability of converting is? What do we think you're going to spend in that session? And what are you looking at? And what's the margin of the product category you're navigating? Is there enough there to actually make you an offer? If there isn't, forget it. We're not going to make an offer.
Right.
It's not going to be profitable. If we think that your intent to purchase is really high, why would we make you an offer? Right? We're going to let you go through without a discount. If we think we need to make you an offer to get you to convert, or if we think that you're here, we predict that you can spend more, we think we can stretch you with the right offer, we're going to pop an offer in session real time, one-to-one, to get you to do the thing that we want you to do.
Right. Like build a basket.
Build a basket, check that basket out. But margin awareness is critical.
Yeah.
Because profitability right now, when we talk to retail, it's not just about like gone are the days of top line for top line's sake, just kill the market with offers. It's profitable growth is key.
Yeah, but I think that's where I try to teach people what I call retail math. And I remember a teacher going, "What the hell is retail math?"
Yeah.
So I was coaching her child in hockey. And so retail math is about product. And while your business needs to operate off of a certain percentage, let's say it's 35%, and then you see somebody's interested in an item that is 35%, but you have to give them a discount to get them to buy. Retailers lose their mind because now all of a sudden you're selling your biggest cost item like a barbecue for 25%. And I'm like, yeah, so what? You know how many accessories you get to sell them at full pop? You get to sell them cover for that barbecue, accessories, rubs for their meat and their cooking, all kinds of different accessories, aprons. You can even sell them a patio set. And if you sold all of these things at a higher margin, now you get what is called the blended margin. And that's what you should be really measuring yourself off of. Is can you get that blended margin? Remember, your company is saying, I want to make 35% at the end of the year, not off of one item. And I think that's key for people to understand is when you're doing it, you may give, most people are doing a spray and pray, and you'll see Black Friday coming up in a few months, and it'll be the same noise as last year, up to 40% off of almost everything at a mall. And then, or buy one, get one, because that's another big trend. And that'll be the way most people go to market, where your software can be very predictive and say, okay, Chris was looking at that barbecue all summer long. Something there's some reason he's not converting. Will a 5% offer help? Or will a bundle with a barbecue with the accessories and everything still helping that retailer maintain their margin, but getting a basket size way up? It's a win-win for the organization and for the customer, frankly, because they're getting that little incentive that they were looking for.
Yeah. And I mean, Foot Locker is a great example of the other thing too, is there's map restriction.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of stuff that you have to be like, you're navigating the session without PII. You're also navigating where people are spending their time, products that they're looking at. You don't want to pop offers on a restricted PVP. Like you have to be really mindful of the customer experience, of company policy around map. But so the magic is like finding a way to meet the customer where they're at. Everybody likes a discount, but the right discount, the smart discount, the profitable discount is, again, for us, is like that's the way forward.
Yeah, I agree.
Lazy is, and this is probably controversial, right? But like lazy is, we're just gonna, it's the weekend, let's throw 25% across the board because it's the only way that we know how to actually convert traffic.
Yeah. And that's where retailers are getting smart, right? Like you leading up to Black Friday, nobody's shopping anymore because they're waiting for these discounts. But then also people are becoming just deaf to it because how many times in a year now is 40% offered on those products? And that's the mannerism that we're teaching is like always big discounts before they make a purchase, where yours is not necessarily about the discount. It's about putting an offer that's relevant to the customer, that's going to benefit a retailer so the retailer can get more profitable and start to grow. 'Cause I don't know how retailers are growing when they're constantly offering these discounts. That's 100% probably why you see a lot of headcount in our industry getting decreased because they've got to make up the difference somewhere.
Yeah. It's just not sustainable. Free shipping, free returns, mass promotions. It's,
Yeah.
if so we can get smart about that offer decisioning layer, and when an offer makes sense, when it doesn't, what the right economics are, and to be able to do it in real time, I think is magical.
Yeah.
So that's where we're playing.
Awesome. So we try to do this as a real teaser. We're approaching 15 minutes here. So I would love for you to let people know where to connect. I'll put your description, your contact info in the description.
Yeah.
But if you want to let the audience know how to connect with us.
Connect with me on LinkedIn. It's probably the best place to start. Paul Rivietz, Exchange Solutions. You'll pop the contact info there and reach out.
Awesome. Thanks for the time today and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Awesome.